Well, I guess I have some explaining to do. Good morning, everybody. I'm Super G Load. Woo! Welcome back to Freespace 2. It's been a while. I just had no time with work. I'm sorry. Where were we?
Welcome to the 107th Ravens, pilot. I'm Lieutenant Samza, squadron leader. As you know, the Aquitaine is now en route to the Gamma Dracona system. The details of the situation there have been classified at the highest level, so I'm as much in the dark as you are. The Admiral will brief the crew when we reach 3rd Fleet Headquarters in Capella.
Oh, this is where we were.
Is a heavy assault
Okay.
squadron, so our fighter of choice is the Hercules Mk. Implementing advances in fusion drive technology, the Mark II improves the assault fighter's speed and maneuverability without sacrificing loadout. The Herc has only 2 missile banks, but its ordnance capacity is greater than the Myrmidons. The original Herc won the Great War, so we're proud to carry on the tradition. I recommend that you review the Herc 2 training modules before the Aquitaine arrives in
You gotta be
Capella.
fucking kidding me.
These modules
Sir.
give you advanced tactics, such as countermeasures and energy management. The Herc 2 is slower than the Myrmidon you've been flying with the 53rd, so learn how to evade missiles and equalize shields. These skills will help you push your fighter to the limits. Master them, and the life you save may be your own.
I want to do training.
According to our file, you are now authorized to use the GTW-5A Prometheus R, the GTM-19 Harpoon, and the GTM-4 Hornet missile. The Prometheus R is a retrofit of a cannon developed during the Great War. After the Alliance lost contact with Earth, we lacked materials required for mass production, so engineers developed this retrofit version. The Prometheus packs a bigger wallop than the Subak HL-7, but it will drain your power reserves with extended use.
Debatable.
The Harpoon and the Hornet are both aspect-seeking missiles. While the Harpoon fires individual warheads, the Hornet launches a swarm of 4 projectiles, 8 if you're in double-fire mode. The training modules cover the proper technique for firing aspect-seeking missiles, so be sure to review that section carefully. That's all for now, pilot. The Aquitaine will arrive in Capella in 4 hours.
There's one thing about the Herc 2 that makes me sad.
Training Simulator Module TSM
Lots of things, actually.
107M. Advanced qualification for
fucking
the
Suzuki
Hercules
design
Mark
to
II
personal.
Heavy Assault Fighter. This module has been designed to acquaint pilots with communication systems, countermeasures, and aspect-seeking missiles. TSM units are approved for use as part of the GTVA Combat Training Program or as a review for qualified pilots. The TSM series is not intended as a substitute for actual field training.
Alright, let's get the show on the road.
Welcome to
Ooh.
Module TSM 107M, pilot.
Forgot to reset my
Don't touch the
controls.
controls until you are told to do so. You will fail this session if you do not follow instructions carefully. Let's begin with messaging.
Okay, so it doesn't look
For Class A qualification,
quite as bad.
you learned how to call in a support ship to rearm and repair subsystems. Now, we'll show you how to give orders to pilots under your command. Our target for this simulation will be an Argo-class transport. Target the transport. Use your hostile targeting control.
done. Oh.
Good. Now you'll call in your reinforcements. Press the communications key to bring up the messaging window. Select reinforcements. Then, select the wing you want to call in. Epsilon wing is your only option, so hit the 1 key.
C, 4 for reinforcements, 1 for wing. Epsilon wing. Get your butts in here.
Well done. Confirm that you still have the transport targeted.
Yes, it's still targeted.
Now have Epsilon wing destroy the transport. Press the communications key to bring up your messaging box again.
Yep.
Select 2 to transmit your orders to a specific wing. Then hit 1 to choose Epsilon wing. By selecting Epsilon wing, you are sending your orders to that wing only. Now, press press the 1 key, and Epsilon will destroy your target.
Look at that! Look at them go! I'm gonna get on this action though.
Pilot, let's try this again.
Oh, what the?
Order Epsilon Wing to destroy Transport 2. Do you remember your previous instruction? If not, consult the directives list.
Yes, sir. We'll take him down.
I should follow the actual directives list as opposed to all fighters blow this thing up.
Good work. Be aware that fighter wings are less effective against larger targets. Bombers or vessels with beam turrets are usually required to destroy warships larger than cruiser class.
That's because in this...
Also note that reinforcements are not always available, and you will have authorization to issue orders only to specific wings and ships.
Shut up, sir.
Now, let's order Epsilon Wing to depart. Press the communications key to bring up the messaging window. Select 2 for Wing and 1 for Epsilon. Finally, press 0 for depart. Roger that, sir. See you back home.
Yeah, see you boys later. Have a good night. Or day, whatever. What time of day is it?
Excellent work. As you gain experience in combat, using the communications interface will become second nature. All right, pilot. Now it's time to learn about countermeasures.
Yay! I hate
When you launch
dodging
a countermeasure,
missiles.
you present a new target for pursuing missiles. In theory, the missile should hit the countermeasure instead of ripping a hole through your hull. You need to use countermeasures to survive in battle, but you'll soon learn this tactic does not always work. For this exercise, we'll bring in a Leviathan-class cruiser.
Oh, hello there.
The cruiser will now launch missiles at you. Press the countermeasures key to evade the missiles. Immediately increase your forward velocity to maximum and move away from the pursuing missiles. Launch your afterburner to gain that extra burst of speed. A yellow triangle will appear on your HUD, indicating the vector of the missile's approach. Try to keep this indicator in the 3 or 9 o'clock position. When the missile is nearly upon you, launch the countermeasure.
Okay.
Listen to the beeping sound of the missile lock to gauge the distance of the missile. The quicker the beeps, the closer the missile.
This is basically a quick time event.
Countermeasures, turn your fighter hard in sharp movements. This
Nope.
will also help throw the missile off your trail.
I'm just gonna keep the missile launcher off at my 9 o'clock.
An indicator will display in the upper portion of your targeting reticle.
Sort of.
This will alert you to the fact that you
Whoops.
successfully avoided the projectile.
Whoops. I guess I should
The number of countermeasures remaining is indicated on your
give
HUD
this guy a
below the weapons
chance.
display. If you run out of countermeasures, call in the support ship to reload.
That's the other option. Don't be in missile range. But as I was saying before I was really interrupted by my instructor, there's a
That's enough for evading missiles. Now let's practice firing them.
there's a mechanic in this game
Your Hercules
that
Mk heavy assault fighter is armed with 2 banks of harpoons.
will you
Unlike
shut
heat
up?
seekers like the Rockeye, you must acquire a lock on your target in order for an aspect seeker to home. However, the aspect seeker is well
hate
worth
training.
the effort because its homing ability is much stronger. If a heat seeker loses track of its target, chances are it will not reacquire lock. Aspect seekers, on the other hand, will track their targets until they detonate. Transport 3 is now entering. Let's take this opportunity to learn another targeting control.
Cool.
You have a reticle targeting control that will acquire the nearest object inside your reticle. Maneuver your fighter so that my ship is centered on good. Now use the reticle targeting control to target my fighter. Well done. Now, target Transport 3 using the reticle targeting control. Excellent. Now, let's see how you do with those harpoons.
They're already locked and ready to fire,
Notice
sir.
the red indicator moving towards your target. That's the aspect triangle. Once it is moved onto your target, you'll see the lock indicator. This means your harpoons are locked and ready to fire. Now, fire 1 harpoon at the freighter. Note how fast the harpoon moves. This warhead delivers quite a punch. A round of harpoons can be fired every 3 seconds. Fire another round and note the countdown timer in your weapons gauge. The harpoon is almost useless if fired before lock has been acquired. That's a major distinction between the harpoon and the Rockeye. Now, unload your harpoons until you've destroyed Transport 3.
Yes, sir. So as I was saying, there's a mechanic in this game that basically prevents small arms, if you will, fighter lasers and fighter missiles from destroying big targets. The closer to zero a large ship is, the exponentially less damage fighter weapons do. That's to prevent, Freespace 1 things from happening, whereas, your Prometheus does a straight amount of damage all the time, and then you can blow it up with a straight laser blast. It doesn't really make too much sense. That's why, you can shoot through a Fenris pretty quick.
Excellent job. Let's see how you do against moving targets. In order to gain aspect lock on a moving target, you must keep the target's lockbox in a fixed position inside your HUD reticle.
Means we're gonna do some dogfighting.
Fighter drones. When the first drone enters, target it and acquire lock. Try to keep the target indicator in the center of your HUD reticle.
Oh.
Once you have acquired lock, well done. All aspect seekers function this way, from the Hornet missile to the Helios torpedo. In general, the larger and more powerful the warhead, the longer it will take to acquire lock and countdown between volleys. Now, let's have you face a real challenge. Multiple wings will appear simultaneously. Destroy them all. You must be in range of your target before you can gain aspect lock. Hit your burners to intercept the drones.
That wasn't too bad.
Drive to end this simulation.
But yeah, so that mechanic in the game kind of just makes the boss battles or capital ship fights make a little more sense. A bomb or a beam needs to... Well, doesn't need to.
You have successfully completed TSM-107M Advanced Qualification for the Hercules Mk Heavy Assault Fighter. You are advised to proceed to Training Simulator Module TSM-107SE, covering shield management and the energy transfer system.
It will make it easier for a beam or a bomb to take out a capital ship rather than just you or your little puny fighter on your own. It's not that... I'm not that... Blah, 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 blah. It's not that I'm saying that it's impossible to do so, it's just going to take you more shots the closer your target is to blowing up. Alright, one more training mission, then we can get on with the
Welcome to Training
sodomy that is the first mission in a Herc.
SE, Advanced Qualification for the Hercules Mk Heavy Assault Fighter. This module has been designed to acquaint pilots with shield management and the energy transfer system. TSM units are approved for use as part of the GTVA combat training program or as a review for qualified pilots. The TSM series is not intended as a substitute for actual field training.
Nope, I understand that, sir. Okay,
Welcome to
neutralize the
Module
controls.
TSM-107SE, pilot. Don't touch the controls until you are told to do so. You will fail this section if you do not follow instructions carefully. First, let's take a look at the gauges and controls for your shield system. The Alliance acquired shielding technology from the Shivans during the Great War. Shield systems have been standard on Terran Vasudan fighters and bombers for over 30 years. Your shield system generates an energy shell that protects the hull of your ship from primary fire and missile blasts. As they absorb damage, your shields will weaken. However, your fighter will automatically regenerate its shields over time. Your shield integrity gauge is located in the lower right of your HUD. This gauge is now flashing.
I see it.
Your shield is divided into 4 quadrants. Each quadrant can withstand limited damage. When a shield quadrant sustains damage, the corresponding section of your shield integrity gauge will flash. Observe. Note the front of your shield is flashing as if you've taken a hit. Observe how the gauge changes as your shield sustains more damage. When a shield quadrant has been destroyed, all damage on that quadrant will impact the hull of your fighter. Your shields will regenerate themselves automatically. Let's accelerate this process to save time. Now observe as the front quadrant of your shield repairs itself to full strength.
Mm-hmm. Observing. Observing.
Your shield is now fully recharged.
Thank you, sir.
Effective shield management can mean the difference between life and death. The simplest way to manage your shield is the equalize quadrants function. I have damaged your front quadrant again. Use your equalize quadrants function to repair your shields.
Easy enough.
Well done. Your front section has been partially recharged. This shield energy came from your other 3 quadrants. Practice this function often. I'm now going to reduce most of your shield strength. Note that 3 of your 4 quadrants are now near 0 power. With your shield management controls, you can maximize shield strength in a specific quadrant. First, maximize the strength in your front quadrant. Well done. Note that your front quadrant is at full strength, while the other quadrants have been drained. Maximizing your front shield quadrant is especially useful when you're attacking the turret of a large ship.
Yes, sir.
Now I want you to maximize your rear shield quadrant. If you're pursuing an important objective and are being attacked from the rear, maximizing your rear shield quadrant can deflect the gunfire of your pursuer. Now, equalize quadrants again to distribute shield energy evenly around your ship. We will conclude this module with an overview of your energy transfer system, or ETS. In the lower right of your HUD are 3 bar gauges labeled G for guns, S for shields, and E for engines. You can use your ETS controls to augment or diminish the energy allocated to each of these 3 systems. First, let's increase your weapon's energy allocation. Observe that as you divert power to weapons, the energy levels for shields and engines drop. The more energy diverted to weapons, the faster your primaries will recharge. Your weapons will not inflict greater damage at higher ETS levels.
That would just be way too overpowered.
High-energy cannons, such as the Prometheus, can quickly deplete your weapon reserves. If you require a sustained barrage of gunfire, diverting energy to primaries may be necessary. Now, let's increase your shield allocation. The higher your ETS setting for shields, the faster they'll recharge. Increasing your shield allocation may be critical in combat situations, such as stopping to rearm your fighter or flying through heavy flak. Now, divert more power to your engines. Increasing power to engines will improve your maximum speed by up to 30%, depending on the fighter's reactor capacity. Your afterburners will also recharge faster, enabling more frequent bursts of speed.
Cool.
For a slower fighter like the Hercules Mk, increasing engine power may be necessary to chase down more maneuverable targets or cover large distances quickly. Well done. This concludes Module TSM-107-SE. Engage your subspace drive to end this simulation.
Zoom. Right by the instructor. Hey! We are now current on the Hercules Mk heavy assault fighter.
Congratulations! You have successfully completed TSM-107-SE Advanced Qualification for the Hercules Mk Heavy Assault Fighter.
Alright. Well, that's it for this one. Just getting back into this a little bit. We'll get into the actual fun bit of the campaign in the next mission. But I've been Super G-Load. Thank you for watching. And, oh god, I hope I don't die.